Hi guys, I wanted to show you my everyday carry or pocket survival kit, the contents of what I'd carry on me if I lost my rucksack or I got parted from my rucksack and I've still got items on me that I could get by and survive with, or if you're going out for a day or you know you're just walking around going for a walk. These are some of the items that, or all the items that I carry on my person. I've got this top jacket on with a large pocket, and inside here I've got my shelter, which doubles up as a rain cover, throw over yourself if you get caught in emergencies. Some paracord. I've got two side pockets in here which keep your hands nice, and in here I've got some gloves. So paracord, several meters of paracord. I've got a DD 3x3 TARP with all the eyelets in there, and a pair of working gloves, because if you were out you do need to protect your hands, and it's quite a light carry. And still in the jacket I've got two energy bars, and then around my neck I've got a shamog which has lots of purposes: spare hat, water purification, water collection, shade from the sun, somewhere to sit on the ground. So many purposes to that, and also you can char it, make some charred material for fire. So that's a must for me. And then on my wrists I've got my outdoor watch, waterproof, and it's got a few nice features on there: compass, altimeter, barometer, obviously telling me the time, and it's got a clock face as well. It's handy for navigation, so that's one form of my navigation. It's got a built-in compass, like I said. Nice backlight, heavy duty. And then on my left wrist I've got another section of paracord on a Paracord Bracelet, which is handy to have an extra bit of cordage. You want to make something shelter or go on your bow drill, so very handy. So that's my jacket, my wrists, my neck covered. Obviously what I'm wearing a hat and this jacket. And my pockets, I've got a turbo lighter on a lanyard, so it slips in my pocket. The lanyard stops me from losing it. This is a nice lighter, gas lasts a long time. Really powerful jet flame on there. The beauty of this lighter, you can use it upside down as well, which is really nice. But yeah, that'll ignite anything and burn most materials because it's really hot. So that's in my pocket, and I keep it on this, like I said, for extra security, and it just clips on that tab there, because obviously you don't want to drop it because of the colour. And inside there's a little tank which tells you your levels. It just takes butane gas, so that's always on me. I walked in with the bottle, like I explained in my other videos. Nice Klean Canteen with a nice carry handle, and you can also put it around your belt on a carabiner. So I carry that, 1.2 litres of fresh water, and I can purify water with this because it's stainless, so I haven't got a fire going, but you put that straight on the fire, obviously not without the cap on. So good for purification, cooking. So that's what I carry in my hands, that's all. And then in my right side, another lanyard, and on this lanyard I've got my Orlight tactical torch. It's another must to carry. 3 settings on that, so nice and compact. Quite a long lifespan on the battery. I think it's 16 hours on low. And on the same clip on another lanyard, I've got my large ferro rod. Fits in my pocket nicely. So if you're out long term, whatever, it's a nice size. So that fits in there, clips on the lanyard, so you never lose it. So it's a bayite fire steel. I think it's 6 inches long, and the makers have put a nice hole through it so I can attach my lanyard to it. So very practical, fits in my pocket nicely, as you saw. In my side leg pocket, got my Catapult, nice small Catapult, nice band on there. So nice bit of kit to carry as well. Nice little mini Catapult with a gold band, plastic on there, so nice bit of kit. So good for hunting, you know, pick stones up from anywhere, so it's another useful tool. And in the same pocket of me Silky Excell 21 inch, which is a nice little saw, good for processing firewood or shelter building. So that's a must in your pockets, for me anyway. And I put a piece of paracord on there so I can, while I'm moving around, I can attach it to my lanyard. So that's going nowhere, I won't lose it. Nothing worse than losing a tool if you are out and you're relying on it. So that's me Silky. And in that same pocket I've made up a little pocket fishing kit. Obviously no use around here because I'm in my local woods and, you know, near the road and civilization. But I've got all pieces in here. I've got some shock leaders, different variation of hooks, a couple of leads, a couple of traces, large quantity of fishing line, pieces of imitation bait. So cover all different aspects of fishing. And also I've, around the outside of the container, I've put a few meters of electrical tape, which is another useful touch when you're out in the wild for repairs and things. So it serves a couple of purposes. And then in my left side pocket, my water purification system, which is a really nice tool. So that fits in there nicely, so I can attain water from most places. I've got my tube on there. So that just goes over the bottom there like that. And obviously you place it in the water and you've got the depth gauge on there, so you can depict, because you don't want to be picking water up right from the bottom of the water source, so you can look at the level. Very nice piece of kit, heavy duty, and yeah, it produces a lot of water. I think it's a lifetime water supply for one person with that filter. So that's a must for me when I go out. And also, which I forgot, I carry a little safety pin in this pocket, useful for splinters or making another hook if I do run out. Doesn't weigh nothing and just clips into that pocket there. And also in this pocket, just got a standard lighter, another form of lighting source. I like to have a lot of forms on me. Just a simple lighter, simple but, like I say, effective. So that's 2 forms of fire lighting I've got there in my pockets. And then on my belt, I've got my Kabar knife, and I've added a smaller knife to the back, so if I was separated from this I could still continue with what I've got down there. I've just got a little folding lock knife, small work, just clip to the back, just fits on there nice, slides into the webbing. And then on the outside I've got a pouch, I've loaded a few goodies in here. So this on its own, if you just took this out, it's quite a good survival tool. So another lighter in there, put that there. Button compass, help with navigation. So I've got 2 forms of compasses. I've got one on my watch and a button compass within my knife. Amazing what you get in a little pocket. Then I've got a magnesium block, which I use with a little knife, good for scraping magnesium off. And I've got a ferro rod on this side, so nice for nice addition to starting fires. Just, you know, you can scrape some bits off and then just light it with the ferro rod. So that's another form. And I've got another form of fire lighting, little credit card size magnifying card should I say, plastic. I've got to replace this one though because it's got a bit of a crack in it, but it's still usable. So another awesome way of starting fires, especially on a day like this. So another useful piece of equipment, doesn't take up no room. Then I've got some really fine sandpaper for sharpening my knives. You know, you just wrap that around a stick, use a bit of paracord, and got yourself a nice piece of sharpening equipment in the woods. I like to think of everything, so I try and design my kit to cope for every situation, and a little striker in there as well I've put in. It's got a nice serrated edge on there, you know, if you want to make little fine shavings or some tinder. It's a nice little tool. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the sheath on this Kabar, but I think it's quite effective. It serves a good purpose for me because I do like that external pocket. And you know, you've got the 2 loops there, I could carry more cordage, and the tab, which is really handy, you know, if you did want to attach something else to the outside. So on its own it's quite a practical survival tool. And then I've just added a little carabiner to the back, just to help with, you know, my shelter, or if I want to hang it up in a tree for other purposes. And then inside I've got the Kabar, nice good sturdy knife, nice and sharp, and it did come with a coating, but I've stripped the coating off. As you can see, I've used it quite a bit. It needs a bit of a clean, but great knife. You know, if it's the only knife I had, it's perfect for every, you know, everything in the woods. And a nice pummel on the bottom, which is really nice. So I've got a way of smashing rock, especially if I did want to break one of these. If I wanted to break one of these down to use in my catapult, I've got that facility with a knife, which is really nice. Really good pummel. So that's my knife. So that's three forms of cutting I'm carrying on me. So in the little side pocket in my trousers, got my Swiss Army knife. I think this one's the Champ. So this has got loads of features on this. I've got another saw, another knife, pair of pliers, another, shut that down, another form of fire lighting, which I have tried it and it works. So another magnifying glass. So another useful tool. And I've added another carabiner on there. Also comes with a toothpick and a pen. On the other side, nice little pair of tweezers. So I've covered a lot of areas just with what I'm carrying on my person. If you can think of anything else I could put in my kit, or something I could take out of it, I'd appreciate that in my comments. So yeah, same again, carabiner, so I can attach it anywhere on my person if I'm working and I'm not going to lose it. So the thing about this jacket and these trousers, obviously I've got the large pocket there where my TARP was, two nice side pockets, and my trousers, you know, I've got nice pockets in there, nice little mesh pocket there on that side. And on my left side, double pocket, the single, you know, double pocket combined, so you can get a lot of items in these pockets. Obviously you've got your two hand pockets at the top, and then I've got my belt, which is also can be used for stropping your knife or making a shelter. So I've got a nice leather belt, which is really good, so I can just take that off, put it in a tree and strop my knives as well. Also this little side pocket, which I use sometimes for putting my little forest axe in. The sleeve goes right the way through, but I generally carry my little Swiss Army knife in there. But nice secure pockets. So as you can see, all that kit that I've taken out just come out of these pockets and this main pocket here. And the watch and paracord obviously on my wrist. But I think all this kit here covers as a standalone if you're just going out walking, or like I said earlier, if you're separated from your bag, you've got a lot of equipment to survive with. You know, I've even included a little bit of food. So I think it covers a lot of scenarios. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go between the two trees and I'll just show you a scenario where you know, we are separated and the weather is changing, it's going to rain, so I need a shelter. So automatically this top pocket, get my shelter out. I don't even need to make a shelter, I could just, because this is a large tarp, like I said earlier, 3x3. So instantly, if the weather changed, this is all I had. You know, I'm straight out the elements, I'm not getting wet. Perfect, you know, for a rainy situation. You know, I don't need waterproof, so I've got this in my pocket all the time. So now I'm going to go and set this up here because I've got my paracord, and I'll just show you a quick shelter system. 2 trees. I've got my section of paracord which I carry all the time. So I'm just going to attach this paracord to these 2 trees, and I'm going to show you how I set this tarp up. As you can see, I've got a large piece of cordage. Now I'm thinking, you know, there's quite a few thorns and quite a few sharp objects about, so I'm going to put my work gloves on. Protect my hands. You know, if you did get separated from your bag and you didn't know where you was, or you were lost and you had an extended duration out, it's good to protect your hands. Notch these out just roughly. So already I've just say this was the scenario. I've lost my bag, I've totally lost. I don't know where I am. I'm beginning to build a shelter. I've made a couple of pegs already. Lost, I don't know what direction I'm in, don't know where I am. I've got my button compass out, so already I know that's north, so I know the direction I need to be heading tomorrow, or the direction I need to get to. So I'm beginning to survive. I'm going to put these pegs in the back of the tarp. So a couple of uprights now for the tarp, just roughly pointed them off. So I'm going to put them in the front, either side, just to support the front of the tarp. I haven't been here that long, and the tools I've had have been very useful. that's me shelter made up. About 10 minutes work with the kit that I carried. So I'm out the elements now. If the weather turned bad, you know, I'm nice and dry, and then I'll be thinking about a fire pit now with my fire lighting equipment. So I'm gonna lay out a rough fire pit, but I'm not gonna light it today. See, the ground's quite damp and everything. So I'm gonna lay out a fire pit now and show you what I'll be doing next. I've got some nice stone here. As I haven't got any cover as such, I've got my shamog and the clothes I'm wearing. I can heat these up and make these into nice hot rocks, and later on tonight I could put them in my shelter or underneath me and it'll keep me warm. So I'd have my fire there, build a nice fire. I've got fire lighting equipment, I've got my ferro rod, my lighter and my magnesium block, and obviously I've got my magnifying glass. So I've got several, I'm not worried about fire, I've got several forms of lighting a fire. But this is just one configuration with this tarp. You know, if the weather got nasty or the wind was blowing into me, I could drop that front side, I could lower it down. This is just one configuration, but today this works really well. You know, it's a lovely day. You know, as it's damp conditions as well, I could use the tarp on the ground and make a configuration where the moisture's not coming through from the ground to me, and I've also got cover over the top. In future videos I'm going to show some different configurations of tarp. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got a nice shelter now. I'm out the elements, and if on the reverse side, if it was a really scorching hot day, I've got myself some shade, some cover from the sun, from the elements. So, you know, I'm beginning to thrive. I've got my shelter, my fire pit's built, I can light a fire, and I'm going to start thinking about water. So, like I said earlier, I've got two forms of water purification. Me filter, which I can gain water from anywhere, and obviously boiling with me stainless steel mug, me stainless steel canteen, sorry. So I've been here for a few hours, my shelter's set up, you know, and I've prepared me fire, plenty of firewood for using my Silky. I'll be now thinking about water, so I'd be taking this with me, finding a water source near to me, and me Klean Canteen. So I'd be obviously placing that in a water source, pumping the fresh water into my Klean Canteen as the container, bringing it back to my shelter, and obviously using the water. But sometimes, depending on the source, I purify it and I also boil it as well, just to be doubly safe. And then further on down the line, I would make myself a spear, and I'd be going out with this and thinking about food. You know, where I found a water source, if it was a good water source with a lake or a river, I'd be getting my fishing kit out as well, tying up a few rigs and a large branch as a rod, and I'd be trying my fishing, you know, really hitting the fishing hard. And obviously where you are, depending where you are, small game, but also I've got to find, you know, lots of stones to make this fully operational. Yeah, so starting to you know, if I come back with water and something to eat, you know, I'm in a thriving situation and I'm nice and warm and dry. I'm thriving. Right guys, thanks for watching. Like I said earlier in the video, if you've got any comments on what I can add or what I can take away to my kit, you know, I would appreciate that. and what a stunning day. It's been raining here for about 3 or 4 days now, so it's been awful. As you see from my weekend video, it's just been constantly like that, so it's nice to get out again and not wear the waterproofs and enjoying the sunshine. And we've got some nice, you know, some nice trees around, and the parakeets have been flying up and down. I don't know if you can see one. There's one up there in the tree at the moment, which are, you know, they're not native to England. Oh, stunning day. Sorry about the road noise and everything, but these woods are right on my doorstep. It's quite local to me, so I'm getting a bit of a noise pollution, but you know, you can't have it all. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the great outdoors. See you again shortly. Cheers guys.